And WeiFu is actually going to go into a fight against Cross, this is going to be an Oil Rogue versus a Zoo Warlock. Best of 3. Let's see how this rolls out. We're into the game.
Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your back.
Alright, so we need to reload this. We can't see Cross's hand. Hold on, everybody. Hold on to your britches. And this is basically the final match. So these guys, this is it. This is it. So the winner of this could potentially win 50 bucks. The loser could win 35 bucks, and then Tansoku is almost pretty much locked in to win 15 bucks, and we'll sort that out after this match is done. But this is nice. And like I said, Cross has been dominating everybody with this Zoo Warlock deck. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Looks like he wants to go with a coin Nubian egg. And that's going to set up himself up nicely with another Nubian egg, which could potentially be going into a Void Caller, which, you know, could potentially be sapped, but, you know, we got to keep our hopes up. Okay, so another Nubian egg. Now, the Void Caller, I think the Void Caller will probably only absorb 1 egg. I don't think he wants to absorb 2, considering the sap target is real, but he's only going to gain health. He's not going to gain any attack on the Void Caller, Void Terror. But let's see what he chooses to do. Oh my gosh, he's going to absorb both of them. That means like a 7 health. Yeah. Nice. So WeiFu has the Blade Flurry. He doesn't have any weapon enhancements though. So this is going to get kind of interesting for WeiFu. The pressure is real. Cross is throwing down the cards and just saying, "What do you got, bro? Come at me." Now WeiFu, I guess he can. I'm not sure. He would probably start with the backstab onto the Void Terror, and then maybe set up for a Blade Flurry a little later on once he actually gets the cards for it. He doesn't have any way to buff his weapon just yet. Okay, so looks like he wants to do South Shore Deckhand. But what does he do with that, really? I mean, I guess a backstab and you're gonna throw one of your guys into it. I guess that works out, but yeah. Okay. There's still going to be 7 damage whacking your face, but I guess it worked. Now Cross is probably going to go with the... Yeah, so he's going to just develop the ward as much as possible. I guess he has a good feeling about what the rogue is actually holding. He knows the rogue isn't holding too much of an AoE threat. Now WeiFu needs something. He's going to throw down Lotheb just to challenge the board. He's going to trade... Oh, a Doom Guard. Does he throw that out here? He would either Doom Guard or Haunted Creeper tap. Interesting. So, if he does the Doom Guard, I would doubt that he trades. He's probably going to force WeiFu into trading and just get this guy as low as possible. Now, WeiFu needs to top deck like an oil or something. He has the prep just to get the oil out. So, it looks like Cross is going to go with a tap Harvest Golem. They top decked. He had the Haunted Creeper just in there just in case. It's like everything's gonna go to face, and oh my gosh, WeiFu's down to 11 life already on turn 5. And he gets the Surfside Oil. That means probably a huge Blade Flurry is gonna come down here. So he has to do it. I mean, he has the prep, he has all the tools. So here we go with the big Blade Flurry. But we also have to keep in mind, Doom Guard is real, and he has the power of overwhelming just to juice up the Doom Guard to like 9 attack or 13 attack, so... Alright. Oh my god, he's gonna throw his face into that? Okay. I was thinking that he might throw his face into a Death Rattle minion. But if he wants to go with that, that works. I guess he feels that that's more of a threat, so the higher attack is just going to take that out of the board. Nice, so a lot of Blade Flurry value right there. But I guess this is lethal with the Doom Guard. Oh no, he's gonna... Oh, interesting. I was thinking that he might heal there, but he chose to do another Blade Flurry. And only one Power Overwhelming had to live, and that's gonna take Cross... Wow, nice. That's super fast match. Take a look at the brackets on how these guys got here. As you can see, Cross took out everyone in the... He started out with a nice win against Flagbot. Flagbot was AFK for that, so he just nice free win, and he basically took out everyone in a nice 2-0 sweep to get here. WeiFu had to fight his way through the losers bracket to get here, but we're in the game. Let's check it out.
Watch your back.
This is game 2. Cross is currently up by 1 game, and quite convincingly, this Zoo Warlock is doing so much work. Alright, so Cross has a nice curve here. He probably wants the 2-drop eventually, but he's got his nice 1-drops, so holding on to that. WeiFu has a nice hand, but hopefully he can get something a little bit better. Maybe he wants some backstabs, some SS7 agents, just to, you know, answer the board, get rid of all the first annoying minions. Alright, so Cross definitely has a nice curve. WeiFu, I would love it more, like I said, if he has some backstabs in there. Considering this imp is gonna probably do a lot of work, he might... He's gonna dagger up here. Or he might abyss this, to be honest, I'm not sure. He might be scared shitless like we saw last game where he just kinda got wrecked. So he goes with the dagger up. That means the South Sea Deckhand can trade it into this nicely. Oh my gosh, but there's gonna be a taunt up. That's devastating. And that's gonna be some nice Argus targets a little bit down the road. Cross is gonna hang on to the coin. He has a really nice curve going out. He doesn't need to coin for quite a while, to be honest. He might, you know, save the coin as like a Doom Guard bait. Alright, but turn 3 for WeiFu. What can you do? I guess he can heal. But does he attack with anything? I guess healing challenges the board quite nicely. Trades well with everything but the imp. Oh man, okay. So here we go with the heal. And does he attack his face into anything? Obviously his only choice is the Void Collar, so he chooses to hold on that. Now, oh my gosh, this Abusive Sergeant can be used with the Argent Square to kill the Farseer. That would be big. This game, wow, this game. Okay. So he could coin that out along with the Harvest Golem, or he could just coin out the Argus. So Cross has a lot of options here, and this is where the Zoo players really define how much skill level they have. So it looks like the Nerubian Egg, maybe along with the Abusive Sergeant, with the trade that we mentioned earlier, is going to be the... And notice how he does the positioning. He obviously wants to Argus up the Egg, but that also means that it looks like he's going to Argus up the Abusive Sergeant too. Now WeiFu gets the backstab, he has the Blade Flurry, he has the Sharpsword Oil, so he might just start working down this board. Sharp Soul Oil will allow.
So many options.
It does allow him to kill the Void Caller, but I would almost want him to save that, considering he needs to attack the Nerubian egg before using Blade Flurry. So he just holds on to the attack, and that means, yeah, so he just holds on to the attack. That means he's going to take a lot of damage here. Direwolf is going to help with that, but Cross kind of feels the vibes. He kind of feels that WeiFu is setting up a Blade Flurry, which obviously he is. He has it in his hand. So does he tap to be more conservative, or just commit all hell to the board and use his coin and everything? We'll have to kind of figure that out. If he commits all hell to the board, you know, he's gonna eat a nice Blade Flurry to his face.
So many possibilities. Almost out of time.
So he's gonna go with a more conservative play and tap, and throw the Direwolf out there just to get damage rolling. He probably knows that it's gonna die here soon, but that does give him 2 extra damage this turn, which is definitely nice. Now WeiFu, okay, wow, gets the Violet Teacher. So I would think that he would do like he's gonna backstab the egg, and then Blade Flurry the whole board. Now, looks like he's just gonna dagger up. Salcy is definitely nice. It's gonna allow him to challenge whatever comes next on the board and put damage on face. As a rogue, you're never worried about damage on their face, considering you can just burst them down whenever you want. But now here we go with Cross. He's gonna tap, and it looks like it's gonna be coin. Interesting, so he's going to coin out Void Caller along with a Harvest Golem, and that leaves him with potentially some nice targets for Argus following turn. Obviously Void Terror can get in there as well, grow up a little bit. The sap is probably hopefully going to be saved for the Void Terror, I would assume. Considering WeiFu knows this deck, he knows Void Terror is inside of it. And WeiFu looks good, so oh my gosh, she's sapped. No patience from this guy. He has to hold on to it, but no worries. We'll see how Cross responds. I guess you kind of wanted to eliminate any potential. Oh, a double Void Caller. Okay, so his majority of his hand buffs existing minions. He has no existing minions, so I guess that's what WeiFu wanted to have happen. Is eliminate the potential for any buffs. Now, plays that make sense would maybe be involved. He throws down the Harvest Golem and then throws down a Void Terror onto it, and the Void Terror is going to go up to like a 5/6. Harvest Golem is obviously going to die, and then summon his. Oh, interesting. Double Void Terror, summon a 6/6. Okay. Obviously the sap isn't there, but an Azradrake could fish for it. He also has the Abyss, just as backup. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be an Abyss, throw your token in. And WeiFu looks solid this turn. He's denying the minions, and he's going to keep pounding down Cross, and that might leave us into a tie eventually. So the Argus looks like it's going to be played here along with the Harvest Golem.
My shield for Argus.
Obviously the majority of this, or all of this, can die to the board. WeiFu has a lot of weapon enhancements, so he might choose to go with one of those just to keep his minions at, high enough life. So that means the Drake into the Harvest Golem, the Acolyte into the remaining Harvest Golem, and then maybe your weapon with Deadly Poison on it into the Argus. That's gonna leave him with 5 mana, but does that mean a heal bot as well? That would be really slick. I would like that.
I'm ready to learn.
Trying to decide how to trade this, but I like the way that I mentioned how to trade it. That keeps your big power generator in the Violet Teacher at full life. Dazzle Drake is nice to keep at full life, but you're probably not going to use your spell damage for too much this game. Oh, interesting. So he's gonna... Okay, and the Dazzle Drake receives the buff. So that means it's... Oh, okay, so he... Nice. So he just went with a lucky thing, see if he could get super lucky with that, and that gives us a nice tie. So these guys are tied at 1-1. They'll go into one more match, and this is the finals match right here. So if Cross wins this, that means Cross is the champion. But if WeiFu wins this, we'll go into another best of 3. Considering Cross has to lose, he has to get his chance at the losers bracket. But we're into the game. Let's take a look at it. So we could potentially see 6 games with these guys using the exact same decks to actually decide who's the winner. WeiFu would have to get a win right here with that. And looking at Cross's hand, it looks kind of sketchy, but WeiFu also has a really strong hand. I mean, he has his early minions, he has a backstab. I mean, this is looking really good. And here we go, WeiFu's going to do a backstab, weapon up probably. Oh, he's not going to do a backstab. Interesting, looks like he's going to combo that with the SS7 agent next turn. So definitely thinking that one through. Now, how does he... So here we go with the backstab, and this is the agent. What does the 7 agent want to kill? Probably that doggy, right?
This guy's toast.
I would assume he wants to kill the dog. Yep, nice. Now Cross could kill the S7 agent with the Abusive Sergeant, and then set up maybe a life tap after that. He has the Power Overwhelming and the Void Terror combo, and that is scary. WeiFu needs to get a sap for when that combo actually comes on ground. So Cross decides to go with an Argent Squire rather than a tap. I would assume that's to set up for next turn, which could potentially be a Power Overwhelming plus a Void Terror combo. And yeah, we might see that right here. WeiFu would need a sap, or he needs a sap top deck. And here we go, boys. This Void Terror is going to be an 8-8. Okay, so WeiFu, he doesn't get the sap. He can cycle to try to get it with the Phantom Knives, but that's like it's a 2 and a, that's, okay, so it's like 1 in 11 chance. So like, I don't know, like an 8% chance, something like that. 8.5 or something like that. But anyway, his other options to try to kill this would be involving Tinker Sharpsword Oil and running your face into it, maybe along with an SS7 agent eventually to kill it. It looks like he wants to go for face instead of a naked SS7 agent.
This guy's toast.
And then a dagger, okay. And I guess that is just saying to your opponent, I have the Blade Flurry eventually, but I want you to put more minions on the board for me to actually use the Blade Flurry. So that's what WeiFu is trying to set up, it looks like right here. Now Cross does have a nice curve here, but he doesn't have too many good targets for the juggler. He would want the juggler to hit face probably. But that's going to be his play. Now, and it does, okay. Wow. Oh, the sap! Nice. So if WeiFu would have gone with the Fan of Knives last turn, he would have got the sap, but we're glad that he got it here. Obviously, this whole board can die to what's on board and what's in hand. WeiFu could sap the Void Terror, run his, what's this called? Defiance Ringleader into the Knife Juggler, run his S7 Agent into the Harvest Golem, and then run his face. So here we go with the sap. Definitely needed. Cross is going to be sad to see that, but he will get it eventually. So here we go. Now, how does he want to trade this? I guess he could do like a Fan of Knives just to save himself some face damage.
Choose soon.
This should be the Defiance Ringleader attacking right there. Hopefully.
So many options.
I think that would be smooth. Yep, there we go. Now, does he do a Fan of Knives? I think that would be... Okay, cool. Now, we do know that Cross does have Imp Implosion in his deck, so that could be relevant. He's gonna go with the tap. Okay. Does he go with... He could do like a Imp Void Terror, which would juice up his Void Terror a lot, but he has to be worried about dying. He will go down to 20 life. He only will have one minion on board, but it's gonna be a huge minion. And WeiFu has an Abyss to answer it. He has some, yeah. So Violet Teacher Abyss, and then run your guy into looks solid to me. I don't know if there's an easier way to do that. Maybe a Blade Flurry after the Abyss and keep your guy alive. It doesn't have the mana to do that, never mind. Maybe one mana off from doing that, so... Your SS7 agent is probably going to die.
Pay attention, class.
Yeah, nice.
I'm ready to learn.
But that means that WeiFu is holding onto the board and crosses into the mode where he is life tapping every turn. Ooh, a Doomguard. Ooh, 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 ooh. Will that be saved for a nice lethal burst? He's already used one power overwhelming, so the lethal burst would have to come from the other one or a series of, you know, abusive sergeants, which wouldn't quite reach the lethal level.
Possibilities.
But he might just use the Doomguard here just to get rid of the Violet Teacher, would also be really solid. He's allowed. Oh, he's gonna go with face with that. Wow. Okay. Now, WeiFu, how does he want to answer this? He has the Blade Flurry. He has the Fan of Knives. Does he have a? He doesn't have a way to combo it. If he did have a way to combo it, he could probably reach lethal here somehow. But he can't combo his Tinker Sharpsword Oil.
I wonder.
So WeiFu trying to figure this out. Obviously, it's hard for us as well. He needs to deal with the Doomguard, but there's not an easy way to do it.
Many options.
Tinker Sharpsword Oil is going to go down. It's not going to get comboed, so it's not going to actually go on a minion. Looks like he's just going to throw his... Is he going to throw his girl into the guy? That might be what he's trying to do here. Yeah, he's going to throw his girl into the guy. Keep himself at 7 life. He has... let's see. If he gets a sprint off, and that summons an Abyss... Oh, never mind. He can't do that now. The Lotheb is just too good. Oh, wow. And he gets the Abyss, so he would have had lethal if it wasn't for the Lotheb. He could still cast the Abyss, but it will only do Oh, he can't attack with face, never mind. Yeah, he has to try to... Potentially, in theory, he could survive one more turn.
Many options.
That's the theory, at least. But Cross would only need like an abusive sergeant, any buff whatsoever. Okay. So, this obviously is lethal. Oh, power overwhelming, wow. So Cross is gonna take this, bravo to him. And that means Cross went through the whole tournament without losing to anyone. Well, he lost to WeiFu once. And obviously, you saw how close that last game was. So, bravo to Cross. He's going to win the whole tournament.